Today, I just got in the mail a Retevis mobile radio. Let's go ahead, open it up, and see what's inside. There it is, the box for the Retevis RA86, the 20-watt GMRS mobile radio. 100% FCC approved. Let's go ahead and look inside and start pulling apart and unboxing everything in this little box. The first thing inside the box that you see is the user manual that says RA86 by Retevis. As I'm sitting here reading all this and flipping through all the pages on here, I will say it is a very, very well written manual. Just like the other one with the RB17P, which you can also find on my page, this manual is written so well you could pick up the radio not knowing what it is and learn how to use it just by reading this. In here we also got what seems to be a programming cable using a 3.5mm audio jack, a power cord which plugs up into the radio itself, and so that you can plug it into your car's plug-in port, some very thin coax line that you can get into your car's crevices and cracks. If you've seen how I have my mobile set up, this would actually be very useful, as thinner wire is easier to go through those cracks that you have inside of your car, as this is a mobile radio. Mounting gear, which you use to put into your car, magnetic and NMO mounts, the microphone, which plugs into the radio itself, and it definitely have to say it has some weight. And if you can't tell already, it seems to be that everything on the radio is going to be controlled from the microphone, which is a good thing because that means that while you're driving you can flip up and down through the channels and everything else, which we'll go over a little bit more as I actually review the Retevis RA86. And finally, the radio itself, the Retevis RA86. Now you may look at it and think it looks a little strange. Well, that's because it has no screen, because this thing's not meant to have a screen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 20-watt small miniature mobile radio that fits compactly into your car, which means you shouldn't be looking at the screen while driving. Yes, this can be tucked away very neatly, as it is smaller than my hand. In fact, the microphone is roughly the same size as the radio. And with the microphone controlling everything in here, you just plug the microphone into here and you're ready to go. We're plug and play at this point. I'll go ahead and power it up and get it hooked up into my little base station area, and we'll see exactly how it looks. Gotta get all this unplugged and get the coax out and plug in my Retevis. Now that I got the coax line, let's go ahead and plug it in to my power station and get this thing turned on. So I'm looking on the top and it seems to be a power button, so let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it looks like. Oh wow. I started playing around with it a little bit, and I'll go ahead and see how this sounds. WRVG 593 on the north.
On the north 593, 1624.
Copy that, thank you sir. I said it once and I'll say it again. I think the thing that Retevis does absolutely the best is the sound quality is almost perfect every time. I mean, the handheld, the RB17P, view my profile for more. And this just has perfect sound quality. In fact, I think it sounds better than most Motorola's. I'd put it up to the same standard as Midland, the most high-priced GMRS radio there is. But here's a hint. This isn't $400. This is going to be anywhere from $100 to $200. Now that I'm looking around on here, this is the menu. This is how you call. That is how you lock the radio from changing any settings other than just talking. That's how you scan and monitor. Like that. And WX is your weather band.
80s. Saturday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid. And in Lexington, Fair Lakes, and the Whale Valley region. Sunday night.
I mean, you heard it there. That was as clear as it gets. Going through the menu settings, you see we have the power level. We have high and low. high being 20 watts and low, I assume, being either 5 or 10. To get to the next menu item, you just hit the menu button. And with the band, you have wide and narrow. You're always going to want wide. Transmit code along with the receive codes. So as not to confuse the smooth brains like me, they have the CTCSS codes on the screen, to which you just follow the little manual book. Squelch being very obvious, which is what limits what you're going to hear depending on how far away something is. Mic gain, very important. If people tell you that you sound like crap, you're going to want to turn that mic gain down. Repeater turning on and off is how you turn on the repeater channels. Your call tone is going to be what it is whenever you hit the call button. Your keytone is that annoying noise you keep hearing me do. But it's good to have on there because then you know if you're accidentally pressing buttons like this. Your Roger beep, the most important feature on a radio. Your Vox is your voice operation of transmission. In other words, I don't have to press any buttons, I just talk, and it still listens to me and transmits. Your talk out timer, which you're able to adjust back and forth. Your backlight, my favorite setting so far. Red, yellow, clear, white/blue, and green. Your brightness is pretty obvious. It changes the brightness of this. Sleep time. If you're really trying to save your batteries on your car, then you turn this down. The speaker. You got your mic, dual, where it has this speaker and this speaker, or just the bass if you just want to hear it coming out of there. I prefer it just coming out of the mic. And then, of course, on top you have your channel selectors and your power button. And let's just go ahead and see it turn on one more time. I say it every time, I'm always looking for something to be kind of mad about, but it is what it says it is. It's a very compact 20-watt mobile unit that has every function to program using this. Meaning, while I can go take it inside and program it to what I want, I don't really have to. Obviously, I haven't done any serious field testing yet. I will go ahead and put this in one of my cars as a mobile and test it for a week or two or many if I end up really loving it, and giving a good, honest review of this thing. And I have to say, so far, I'm kind of falling in love with it.